All right, we're good to go. We're live, everybody. Welcome, as always, to Trivia Vice. I'm down here in my basement. Dan's over at the store right now. The Batcave is under construction. We gotta run a hard line for his internet in there. He lives in a brick house and what is it, 1800s jail basically.
Yeah, so it's hard to run. And it's in the back of the house, so it's very hard without having it be a tripping thing for the rest of the family. I gotta find a way to do it without intruding on the rest of the house. But hopefully, it will be done and it will be perfect. So Hallie says that doesn't look like a store. It's a furniture store. I'm just in the office, so you can kind of see furniture in the background behind me.
Yep.
A little bit, but. Yeah, so soon enough, the Batcave will be back up and operational. So, Kyle, what do we have tonight?
I think it's gonna be a slapper. It's gonna be a good one. We've got some Disney Halloween trivia. So sticking with our Halloween horror month that we have going on all through October, by the way, for anybody that isn't aware of that. We are doing different Halloween / horror type videos. Now we did actually drop on Friday, and I'm all mixed up. I keep thinking today is Sunday and not Monday. So yes, we dropped one on Friday, and on Sunday we had 2 pre-recorded ones. So one was on The Nightmare Before Christmas, one was on Hocus Pocus. So if you enjoy those movies, or even if not, go over and check them out because they're pretty awesome, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, and looking at our past videos, we're no dummies. Hey, we got to take another skinny dipping into the Disney well because it gets us good views. So.
That's right. And by the way, how about that thumbnail on that video? Dan said as we got on before this, he's like, that thumbnail tonight is fire.
I mean, I don't know if it's as good as my horror movie ones personally, but for Kyle doing it, he did a pretty good job. So
look at this. We got Joey on here with the Danny Dimes thumbnail right there.
Poor guy. So I think let's get started. We got quite a few people on. Let's do it. Kyle made the questions tonight, actually. So I made the bonus.
I will say it was tougher than I thought it was going to be. Usually we don't have that hard of a time coming up with questions for just about everything, especially like the horror ones. I feel like have been really easy for us to come up with questions on. This one was a little bit tougher just because I didn't want to do everything based around Disney movies. I wanted to incorporate some of the Disney parks because I know they go all out for Halloween.
Oh yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting. Let me get this thing started here. All right, there we go.
I noticed Sean is back after a little hiatus. So welcome back, Sean.
Absolutely.
You've been dethroned many a time now since your time away.
I'll tell you what, if Jake is half as good at Disney Halloween as he is just at regular Halloween, then
we'll be.
That's going to be real interesting because Jake swept the board the other night. So
yeah, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was. Are you doing round one, or you want me to?
I can do it. So, question 1, round 1. What is the black flame candle made from in Hocus Pocus? Oh, that's interesting. That should be on there.
Oh, that's the bonus. Oops. Well, there you go. There's round 1.
Well, here we go. All right. Is it hanged man's fat, a dead man's toes, dead cat fat, or crushed wizard fat?
Oh, you know what? It's because the one thing I didn't make was the bonus, and Dan just made it right before this.
Yep.
And that's because that's the one we had pulled up. Yep. That's okay. Getting the bonus right out of the way first.
Getting it right out of the freaking way right away. So, like I said, the first correct one to get it. And so far, I don't see it. It is actually it's fat from a hanged man. They briefly mention it in the film. I just watched it the other night. So
yeah, when she's reading the description, she talks about it, right?
That was on purpose. That was supposed to be a toughie. So
nobody gets the bonus on that.
Off to a good start, I see.
And
so Stephanie says, "What's dead man's?" So dead man's toe is part of the potion that they
At
use
the
to make them younger again.
at the very beginning.
They need a dead man style. Because my bae, Sarah Jessica Parker, who a 5-year-old me had a huge crush on,
Oh yeah. Oh totally.
and when she sings that song, I'm like, I could totally understand why all these kids are just blindly following her. So, All right, question number 1 for realsies this time. In Hocus Pocus, what is the last name of the witch sisters? Is it Summerson, Summers, Sanderson, or Sanders? There are 3. We have Winnie, Mary, and Jesus. What's the last one?
Sarah.
Sarah. Yeah, Sarah.
Dan forgot his favorite one.
Well, she's played by Sarah. I just forgot her name was Sarah. Yeah, that I told Steph the other night we were watching. I'm like, legit. I remember the first time watching this, and I was just like, "What the heck? Like, what is going on here? Why are they? I don't know." And now watching it, I'm like, man, she's got a weird thing for young boys.
Yeah, she does.
Every time I want to play with them, Winnie. Maybe not. All right, question number 2. In Nightmare Before Christmas, what is the name of Jack's love interest? Wanda, Sandra, Sally, or Diane? Oh, Buddy says we should do a Simpsons Treehouse of Horror one. Because there's like 40 of those episodes now. That would be interesting.
That would be. I'll be honest. I've never been a Simpsons person.
Me either. I've tried.
I know. Obviously, it's super, super popular. I've always been Family Guy.
Yep, I would agree.
I don't. Maybe it's just because like the Simpsons started. I think it actually started before either of us was born. So like maybe because whereas like Family Guy, I mean, we probably weren't old enough that we should have been watching it, but
probably not.
We did.
So it looks like everyone got that right. It is Sally. So is Sally full of leaves, right? Is that what this show like when she splits apart? Or no?
I'm trying to remember. I'll be honest. I'd never seen The Nightmare Before Christmas until this year, but I still haven't seen the whole thing. Like Lila's really into it right now. Tess loves it. But
so, question number 3: who is the narrator for the Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad? Marlon Brando, John Wayne, Elvis Presley, or Bing Crosby? So I only know this because I just watched it the other night.
Yeah, we just watched it too.
And the final 5 minutes with the Headless Horseman scared the living crap out of Steph.
Really?
Oh yeah. Honestly, it's the way they animated and stuff, and she didn't expect to what happened to Ichabod. Spoiler alert. So that.
Well, don't give it away because that's a question for later.
Yeah, I won't. But she didn't expect it, so because you expect it to be in a Disney film, you're like, oh no.
Well, technically, they kind of say at the end that maybe he's still out there.
Nah. Also, Headless Horseman's totally Bram.
I was gonna say I'm under the assumption that it's definitely Bram.
Bram definitely committed.
That was definitely his horse.
Yeah, exactly. All right, question number 4. Which famous actor plays the main role in 2003's The Haunted Mansion? Is it Will Smith, Wesley Snipes, Jamie Foxx, or Eddie Murphy? Is Jamie Foxx's name spelled that way? Like, is that his stage name? 2 X's?
I think so. I don't know. Maybe not. Now I'm second guessing it. I was so sure when I put it in there. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is how he spells it. Of course, is that how he spells Jamie too? Because some people do JAIME.
I don't know.
Now I'm second guessing all of it.
All I can think of with Jamie Foxx anymore, I used to think of him in movies like Collateral, and then all I can think of him is stupid ass Electro and The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Stupid. Well, it looks like everyone got that. I just watched it for the first time this year after Steph and I got back from riding the Haunted Mansion a few times. I'm not a fan of the movie. I did not really enjoy the movie at all. I know it's supposed to be just like a fun, silly movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I saw it didn't get very good reviews, so I was like, yeah, I don't know.
So, what color is the flame of the candle in Hocus Pocus? White, green, blue, or black?
So if everybody was paying attention to the bonus, then this should be a nice gimme right here.
see if everyone paid attention to me.
Dude, I don't care. As a 31-year-old, Hocus Pocus slaps.
It still does. 100%.
That still does. Like, I remember watching that movie so many times as a kid. Because who was it that like got us hooked on that?
Our babysitter
right?
Joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We used to watch it all the
Absolutely.
time, and then
Yeah, the whole concept of it being lit by a virgin, that went over my head. I didn't understand that part, but
yeah, I didn't know. I
all
didn't
I
know what
care
any of
about
that
was
meant, but I didn't really care.
I only care about my bae SJP.
That's right. She's so much as Bay, you can't even remember her initials.
All right, so it looks like off the bat we got quite a few people with 5s on that. Jeez, Kyle's giving layups over here apparently for the questions. No one got my question.
Training wheels.
No one got my bonus, by the way. Just want to point that out. All right, so it looks like Jake is on the board, Megan is on the board, and Stephanie.
Dude, how about the background on this too? I was on my game with the thumbnail in the background.
Yeah, you were feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
Not too shabby.
All right, here we go. Round 2. I got to come up with cooler names than round 1, round 2.
Yeah, like I had the super duper secret bonus questions. We got to figure out what we're going to do for Wednesday. We had plans, but we got to, we kind of want to know what other people want to do too.
Yeah,
so.
we'll ask you guys at the end. Actually, I got an idea because for some reason YouTube loves comments, but they don't like live comments. They like regular comments. So we'll have everybody comment at the end on the actual video after we're done live.
Oh, big brain.
Yep, big brain. All right, number 1. In The Nightmare Before Christmas, what is Oogie Boogie made of? Straw, snakes, rats, or bugs? I do remember I saw this scene as a kid. Like, I never saw the movie, but I saw the scene as a kid, like when he gets unraveled at the end by Jack, and it terrified me. Lila loves it. Like, she laughs. She thinks it's hilarious and everything. Like, as a kid, this scared the shit out of me.
Oogie Boogie has like I can't remember the guy that voices him.
Oh, his voice is badass.
That dude has got the most
I will say the music in this movie is very good too.
Mm-hmm. It is.
It is a good movie. Like, I'm not a huge fan of
I'm
not a huge fan of the animation, but
do you find it odd that when Oogie Boogie, so you see like he turns to bugs and everything, but Oogie Boogie is like he's hinted right in the beginning song for This Is Halloween, but then like he's not even introduced really till the third act.
Yeah,
like, he's supposed to be the villain of the movie, so it's kind of weird. But anyway,
all right. Number 2, in Coco, what do the spirits of the dead look like? Zombies, see-through ghosts, mummies, colorful skeletons. I just want to point out that last question too. Like I said, first round was training wheels. That last one though, we got over half people got that one wrong.
Yeah, I have not seen Coco.
I actually haven't either.
Not gonna lie, like I remember seeing the commercials for it in theaters, and usually like Pixar movies, I'm like, oh, that looks cool, or Disney, in general. And I just saw it, I'm like, eh.
Tess tried watching it with Lila on a Saturday, the one day, and she said she's like, I guess they turned it off after like 20 minutes just because she's like, it really wasn't very good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that like it, but
I think it made a ton of money.
I don't know why, but I always want to call it Kubo, kind of like Cujo. I don't know why. Coco just sounds weird to me. Kubo sounds
well. Isn't there a movie like Kubo and the something?
Probably.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, number 3. The Mickey animated short that has Goofy, Donald, and Mickey ghost hunting is called what? Sneaky Spirits, Monster Stoppers, Lonesome Ghosts, Ghastly Ghouls.
I'll be honest, I do not even know what this one is.
Lila just watched it the other night. I had no idea what it was, but she pointed to it and said this one.
I feel like it's got to be Sneaky Spirits or Ghastly Ghouls. We're going with Ghastly Ghouls. I mean, we're going with alliteration. It's got to be alliterative, so it's got to be 1 or 4. I just don't know which.
No love for Monster Stoppers?
No.
I came up with that one on my own.
Yeah, I can tell.
It actually is number 3, Lonesome Ghosts.
No,
I don't think anybody got that either.
You got
everybody went with Dan's method of 1 or 4.
Yep. Okay, so
Oh,
Hallie
Hallie says
says
Kubo and the Magic Strings.
Kubo.
Okay, I thought it was like the 10 strings, but then I was like, wait, no, it's the 10 rings. So it's not the 10 strings, but
Yeah,
yeah, Magic Strings.
either way. That sounds
Steph's
better.
laughing, Monster Stoppers.
He was so proud of that.
I thought
too.
it was clever. All right, number 4. How many ghosts appear in the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland and Walt Disney World resorts? 1, none of the above. 2, 999. 3, 11,250. 4, 103.
I gotta be honest, like I was genuinely a little worried bringing Bailey, a 1-year-old into the Haunted Mansion. She loved it. It was definitely one of her favorite rides. We went on it twice. And we have a pretty epic picture of her. It looks like she's shitting her pants from fear, but it's actually just her flapping her arms because she loved it so much. But I love the Haunted Mansion. It's such a fun ride. It's just
I've never been on it, so I definitely want to go on it though. All right, so a good amount of people got that one. Yeah, I expected the other answer to get a lot was number 4 there. Nobody going for none of the above.
no.
One of these times.
One of these times you're gonna get them.
Actually, one time I did do it where the answer was none of the above and I got everybody. So all right, number 5. What does the headless horseman throw at Ichabod? Toilet paper, skull, jack-o'-lantern, or a gourd?
If you want to take someone out, you just throw TP at them.
I had to throw it in there. I'm like, yeah, we got to get in the Halloween spirit.
You could be like, he threw like a sword at him or something. No, he threw toilet paper at him. He threw some Charmin in his face. Ichabod just couldn't handle it. Oh boy. Yeah, honestly, like that last 5 minutes, Disney went hard. They
did because the rest of it's kind of slow moving,
kind of slow, and then they're like, "All right, we about to make all them kids shit themselves."
Yeah, because the rest of it's kind of just like slow and doesn't really have a whole lot going on.
Could you imagine if you threw a gourd at him? One of those like gigantic ones that are like oddly shaped, just speared him right in the face.
What about like one of those hard ones like Rafiki had?
Yeah.
Oh man, you'd knock somebody out cold with that.
All right, so we got Jake and Megan pull away for first place. Stephanie still on the board with 1, and looks like Evelyn is on the board with 1 now as well. So it looks like nobody got all 5 on that. So well done, Kyle. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
Not too bad.
Oh, we're gonna keep them coming. Like I said, you ease them into it. You can't have anybody quitting in the first round.
I can't get over the TP answer. Sleepy Hollow, the Headless Horseman thing takes place in the 1600s. Did they even have? They didn't have toilet paper back then.
What did they use?
They use like wet sponges and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, toilet paper hasn't been around forever. Question 1: the eerie incident that begins the cursed story behind the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror at Disney's Hollywood Studios takes place on Halloween, but what year? 1982, 1945, 1939, or 1850?
Do you know this after having just been there?
I do. It's 1939. It's at the peak of old school Hollywood and movie star fame, which is kind of the 30s is kind of the whole style they go for Hollywood studios is the Hollywood in the 30s.
A lot of people went with 45 on that.
That's a good answer as well. It's close. That's a tough one. It helps I was just there, so.
I mean, I had to throw the 80s some love, so I threw 1982 in
1982.
There. You got to throw them a little love.
All right, question number 2. In The Nightmare Before Christmas, what spell does Sally cast to try to stop Jack from delivering Christmas toys? She tried to put him to sleep, nausea, lightning, or fog.
Buddy says the 80s rule. I agree. I wasn't alive during the 80s, but
100%.
It's definitely one of my favorite decades.
So yeah, Sally conjures up some fog to try to stop Jack. And the question I have with the whole thing is, I know Sally's shown a few times that she's got like magical like powers, like with the leaves and shit that she was doing. But like, where the hell did that come from? I don't
Well,
mind that.
is there like wasn't there like a sequel like that was made just about Sally?
I have no idea.
Like the Corpse Bride or something like that. I think
Is
it
that
came out
about
like
her?
I think so, maybe.
Are
I
you
think it
sure?
came like 10 or 15 years later though.
I don't know. Question number 3. Which popular villains host the annual Villain Spelltacular at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party at Walt Disney World Resort? Is it the Sanderson sisters, Shenzi, Bonsai, and Ed, Lock, Shock, and Barrel, or Hades, Pain, and Panic? Interesting.
I got everybody on that one. What do you think it is, Nan?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Just throw out a guess.
I was gonna go with Hades, but I really don't know.
See, Pain and Panic, don't get any love, but it is the Sanderson sisters.
Huh.
I figured the word spectacular would maybe tip that off a little bit.
Oh yeah. Sorry, folks. I didn't emphasize the spectacular very much, so that probably would have tipped it off a little better. All right, question number 4. Which Disneyland attraction transforms into Ghost Galaxy every Halloween? Star Tours, Splash Mountain, Space Mountain, or Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters? That is an unfortunate name. Going to get my Astro blasted. Why is that the name? Oh boy. I'm gonna guess. My initial gut's telling me 4, but I'm thinking 1. I'm gonna go Star Tours.
See, that's what I thought too. Like I thought for sure it'd be number 1. I think I got everybody. Oh, wait a minute. No, Bobby got it. Yeah, I was gonna say I think I saw 3 in there.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Everybody went with Buzz Lightyear, but it is Space Mountain.
Joey says Astro Blasted Dan 2021. Oh
Steph
boy.
says, why are you the way you are?
All right, final question. In The Princess and the Frog, Dr. Falcelier performs what type of evil magic? I should know his name. Voodoo, hallucination, chaos magic, or black magic? This is an underrated.
This is an underrated one. Lila is really into Princess and the Frog right now. We just got her a Tiana doll the other day,
and you know what's sad? This is the last
everywhere with her.
This is the last fully 2D animated film from Disney.
It's sad because I prefer the 2D animation.
I do too. I'm with you. I prefer the 2D hand-drawn look.
Like, think of how much work that must have taken, like each artist.
Oh, I'm sure a lot.
All right, so almost everybody going with Voodoo. It is Voodoo. Buddy says yes. This movie is super nostalgic. It is a good movie.
I went to go see it in theaters. I remember Steph and I went to go see it way back in 2008.
Yeah, I think so. Look at that. A lot of nobody even getting close to 5 on that one.
We got a new group of peeps too. We got Hallie on the board. We got Sean on the board. And then we got Buddy. So we have Sean, Buddy, Hallie, Stephanie, and Evelyn all with 1. Megan and Jake both with 2. Tied for first. So this is going to get interesting going into round 4.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to remember some of the questions in the later rounds. Like I don't know, for whatever reason, I remembered most of the questions in the first 3 rounds, but I'm struggling to remember what I put in the final 2. Well, like I said, Disney Halloween trivia was not the easiest thing to come up with, because Disney has a ton of Halloween stuff, but a lot of it I felt like was stuff that people probably wouldn't know a lot about. So
sure, yeah.
All right, number one, Coco takes place in which country? Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Mexico, Colombia.
Well, if it's the Day of the Dead, I'm gonna guess it's gonna either be Mexico or I think Mexico's the only one that does a Day of the Dead, right? I don't know.
I think so, yeah.
At least that's all we were ever taught.
Senora Frost would be very, very disappointed if we didn't know that.
Yeah, I took 5 years of
Spanish
Spanish.
wasn't really my forte.
Yeah, I took 5 years of Spanish and coasted by on. I don't really know how I coasted by. Somehow I slipped through the cracks of the education system and made it through.
Yep. All right, so almost everybody got that.
Curtis is since Mitch is not on tonight.
Curtis is taking the mantle from Mitch for it.
Blazing his own path. I like it.
All right, number two. The concept for Coco was derived from what Mexican holiday? Spirits Day, Midnight Masquerade, Halloween, or Day of the Dead.
If someone doesn't get this because they weren't listening to me, I'm going to be very sad. Because it just means you were not listening to anything I said. Well, you can tell I did.
All right, what's the best name on there?
Definitely Midnight Masquerade.
Thank you. I came up with that as well.
Kyle loves the alliterative titles.
Between Monster Stoppers and Midnight Masquerade, Disney should just pay us to come up with titles for them.
Yep.
Well, actually, no. Technically, that wouldn't be a Disney title because it's a Mexican holiday. But still, Mexico can pay us to come up with holidays.
Yeah.
For them.
I don't think Mexico has the money to pay us for that. Like, their holiday has to do about dead people. So, I mean.
All right, number three. What section of Disney parks gets decorated for Halloween? Main Street, USA, Liberty Square, Frontierland, Fantasyland.
Oh, I got this one all day, baby.
A lot of people putting in one. There's a two. Steph says I thought all of it.
Well, so they definitely pretty much most of it's Main Street. It's just the rest of it, they only did that one night stuff when they did the Halloween
But I think like with Main Street, don't they go like all out with it?
Oh, yeah, they go all out. It's all over the place. And the only time they decorated for the rest of it was just that one night when we stayed after like park closed.
You know what's got to be fun? Being the overnight crew at Disney.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
That's got to be so much fun. Like getting stuff all set up and everything.
Yeah.
How do you think they do it? Do you think they have like massive like overhead lights that like shine everything so you can see what you're doing?
I would think so. I think you'd have to.
Number 4, what attraction gets extra magic for Halloween parties? Tomorrowland Speedway, Mad Tea Party, Jungle Cruise, Enchanted Tiki Room.
See, Stephanie says their all out wasn't as much as I expected. Meanwhile, we went when it was middle of August. So I know that like Hollywood Studios just transformed like 2 weeks ago. So, Steph, we just went too early. Also, if you're going to go a place for Halloween, you got to go to Universal Studios. Let's be honest. They do the Halloween Horror Nights. They really go all out.
Dude, I would just go to Harry Potter World the whole time. Lock myself there and yep. That would be
tea party.
Awesome.
I was gonna go Enchanted Tiki Room too, peeps. I thought I don't know why. It sounded right to me.
What's the tea parties from what, Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah.
Was not a fan of that movie.
No.
Just kind of odd. All right, number 5. What was Tim Burton's role for The Nightmare Before Christmas? Producer, editor, director, animator.
Talk about a dude who's made an entire career off just being weird. Like he's just being weird, and then like they were like, "Hey, why don't you direct a Batman movie?" Like, not that I'm complaining because I really enjoy.
I got almost everybody
Batman
on
movie,
this.
But...
So Tim Burton was the producer for Nightmare Before Christmas. Tim Burton had the idea, had the concept, came up with everything for it. However, when it finally got greenlit by Disney, he was busy on Batman Returns. So they hired a different director to do it, and Tim Burton stayed on to produce, but fun fact, only showed up 5 times to the actual set. But he's still credited, his name's like associated with it, and he's still credited with basically the whole thing.
Gotta love that. Probably made the most money too.
Oh, well, think about it. Between that and then he was directing both Batman movies, like because Nightmare Before Christmas took like 3 years to make, I think they said, because literally
yeah.
it would take them an entire week to film 1 minute worth of film because it was all like clay stop motion.
So it looks like Dirk is on the board now with 1. Stephanie has 2 and Sean has 2. So now it's getting a little closer now.
We've got like, what is that, 3 or 4 people that have 2, right?
Going into the final round, we have Jake, Megan, Stephanie, and Sean all with 2. We got Hallie, Evelyn, Buddy, and Dirk all with 1.
Interesting.
So, this is going to be interesting.
Oh, yeah. Steph says it's on, Sean.
So the question is, who's going to pull it out on the end? We got to come up with another bonus, like just to ask, because I think we're gonna. I just have a feeling we're gonna have a tie. It's gonna be a 2-way, 3-way tie for 3 points.
Do you want to come up with another one? You had a good one on the first one.
Yeah. Why don't you do this one then?
All right. Number 1, Tim Burton wasn't able to direct due to timing. Crap, I just told you the answer. What movie was he busy working on? See, I wish I would remember what questions were where. Edward Scissorhands, Ed Wood, Batman Returns, or Batman. So it's between one of 2. Everybody should get this one right here, just depending on is it 3 or 4? We still got some people. Some people weren't listening.
Oh.
So Tim Burton was busy directing Batman Returns. So let's see. The original Batman came out in 89. Nightmare Before Christmas came out in 93. I believe Batman Returns was 92, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. So he was directing Batman Returns at the time when they were doing all the filming and everything for Nightmare Before Christmas.
Look at that, Kyle. Dirk didn't even get a Batman one. He wasn't. Your own father wasn't listening to you when you were talking. He's like,
a lot of people weren't.
Again.
All right, number 2, in Hocus Pocus, one of the bullies is named Ernie. Typo there, but whatever. However, he wishes to be called what name instead? Ice, Crush, Bones, or Beast? I'm waiting for Curtis to tell us we have a typo in there and put in names instead of named.
You know what's funny is at the end of the movie, the 2 of them are still locked in the cage, the 2 guys.
Yeah.
And they're just sitting there singing, like they're singing a song. Like, what if no one finds them? They just die from exposure from the elements. Like, it's kind of messed up. And all because Max was too petty, which I can relate to. But the dude's too petty to save him real quick. It'd take him 5 seconds to do it. Instead,
he just goes and takes his shoes back.
Yeah, what a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Max is the villain in that movie.
Yep.
Sarah did nothing.
He wanted his early 90s Nikes back.
Yeah, those things are awesome.
Number 3, fearing The Nightmare Before Christmas was too scary, Disney released it under which distributor? Touchstone, Searchlight, Blue Sky, 20th Century Fox. So this is interesting. Disney didn't want to have it associated directly with Disney because they believed it was going to be too scary for kids, and they honestly didn't know how successful of a movie it would be. And then it ended up being a massive hit. So it is Touchstone. So Disney owns Touchstone. It's another distributor ship for them, basically, where they can take another movie, actually early 90s that came out under Touchstone was Pretty Woman. So that's actually a Disney movie. You wouldn't think so because of the premise of it, but Touchstone, I don't know if they still are, but they were at the time owned by Disney, and that was kind of their way of distributing movies that weren't maybe considered family friendly or for kids. And then 20th Century Fox is a newer acquisition for Disney. That was only a few years ago. Number 4, what is Eddie Murphy's character's occupation in The Haunted Mansion? Teacher, real estate agent, mortgage broker, mattress salesman. Hallie says, "Wait, Pretty Woman is a Disney movie." Yes, it actually is. Hallie,
Technically.
I didn't know that until if you have Netflix and you're a movie fan, go on and watch the Netflix series, The Movies That Made Us. It's fantastic, and it goes over like popular movies from different decades. The new season, Pretty Woman, is one of the movies on there that they go through like a whole making, like whole documentary on like how they made it, and they talk to the directors and all that. And that's when you actually find out that Touchstone is owned by Disney, and they were actually the one that distributed that. But there's a lot of good movies on there. There's like Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, all sorts of stuff that they cover. All right. Yes, he is a real estate agent. So almost everybody got that one right there. I got to be honest with you, I would not have gotten that, I don't think. All right. Number 5. What state is Sleepy Hollow located in? Vermont, New York, Massachusetts, Delaware.
Sean says Minnie was originally a hooker in Pretty Woman.
What's that?
Sean says Minnie was originally a hooker in Pretty Woman. That's funny.
So New York getting a lot of love on this. Joey's pulling a Mitch right now, and he's going rogue, and Joey is going with Vermont. I knew I'd get somebody on Vermont. Vermont just seems like didn't we use Vermont for another one that we got people on too?
Yeah, Vermont
It was
just
Woodstock.
seems like, yes, because
Yeah, when we talk about where Woodstock was, because I thought it was Vermont.
Yep.
Like for whatever reason, Vermont and New York get interchanged a lot. I think.
I
But
think
it
because
is
New York,
it is New York.
people think New York City, and then to them, I think the rest of New York is just Vermont.
Yeah, probably.
Like you live in the country if you're not from there. So
it's going to be an interesting round right here.
Oh yeah, okay. So Buddy is up to 2 now. Evelyn is up to 2, and then Jake did come through finally at the end.
Jake takes the cake.
Takes the cake with 3 points. That's a pretty low score anyway. That was a good everyone.
Yeah, that was a really competitive one right there. Do you want to do the bonus anyway?
Oh yeah, because why the hell not? It's gonna be awesome.
Did you?
So is anyone gonna be able to tie Jake?
Is it in here or no?
No, I'm just gonna say it. So
all right,
is anyone gonna be able to tie Jake? First person to answer correctly, we'll give the points to give a tie. Because why not? Okay, so what Disney Channel original movie came out in 1998 and spawned many sequels, became very popular, but it came out in 1998. Disney Channel. First person to say it. Do you have any idea, Kyle?
Wait, say that. So what Disney Channel?
What Disney Channel movie came out in 1998? Oh,
I was gonna say Halloween Town.
Yep. It's like Stephanie got it. Hallie got it first, about the same time. So that would bump Steph up to 3. So Steph got it first. I'll give it to Hallie too. Jake, you came in right after him, but you already won anyway, so I can't give you the points. That's how it works, right? So I'm going to do a tie between Stephanie and Jake just because I didn't know Halloween Town came out that long ago. Holy cow.
I didn't either.
We're getting old.
So what do we got for Wednesday? So actually, let's preface Wednesday with what's going on this weekend. So you're going to see Halloween Kills.
Oh yeah,
what, Friday, right?
On Friday. Yep.
So I think is that what we're doing? Are you doing like a vlog style video for that?
I don't know. We got to talk about it tomorrow. We got to figure out. We'll announce it on Wednesday for sure because we got to figure out logistics of that. But yeah.
What do you guys want us to do on Wednesday?
Yeah, let us know in the comment section. So we got a few people that think they got it first. So guys, remember, it's kind of it looks like you guys will type it first, and then we actually see because of YouTube. So like, Bobby, you thought you got it first. It actually came up and looks like Stephanie got it, and then Hallie, then Jake, and then Bobby. It was all like rate, boom, boom, boom. We're just going by what comes up on our software first because that's what it gets counted by if we were to do a tally. So it was all very close anyway.
Hallie saying 2000s. Sean and Jake both saying slashers.
Oh yeah, well that's like my specialty. So
Hallie says murder movies. Buddy says
excellent.
best animated Halloween movies.
That'd be a fun one. Animated Halloween movies. I like that. Yeah, so we'll probably do another horror movie one just because we got the bones of it already made, so
Mm-hmm.
I can get that.
Guys, do us a favor. Throw this video a like. Also, whatever comment you just put in live, as soon as we end this, go into the video and comment that on the actual, like on actual YouTube. For some reason, YouTube loves comments, but they don't give you like any love for live comments. It's all the comments afterwards, apparently. I don't know. In their weird algorithm that they have.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. But anyway, guys, so we'll have horror movie night again on Wednesday. So study up till then, and there will be a couple in honor of Halloween Kills coming out. There's going to be extra slasher stuff and things in there as well. So, guys, thank you so much. Great job to Jake for winning again 2 times in a row. So someone's going to have to dethrone Jake.
that's right.
He seems to be pretty knowledgeable with horror movies. So better bring your thinking caps, guys. Congratulations!
Telling you though, I'm convinced Sean is either a professional trivia player or he's Batman. So that excuses the absence. He was either out fighting crime as a vigilante of justice, or he was like playing like Jeopardy abroad or something like that and just wiping the floor with everybody on there. So now he's coming back to reclaim his throne here.
I think Bane broke his back, so he was out for a couple weeks. So, all right, guys, have a good night. We'll see you Wednesday night, 9:30. Same time, same place.
Have a great night, guys.